Welcome to Smokey Reacts. I'm your boy Journalist, and on this one, we are now here for part 2 of Who the F Did I Marry? We will be going through the full series, so if you're down for a long ride with me, please, hey, strap in. This is just going to be part 2, and this will all be in one playlist at the end of it and during it, so if you catch one of these videos in between, there's a whole playlist for you there. That said, thank you guys for joining me. If you could, please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the I was gonna say Patreon's in the new description, but Patreon's in the description, and let's check out what we have now, because supposedly the story's supposed to get better, but it's a slow burn start, but it's about to go left. One other thing, the boy done responded, so we getting all the tea. So I'm gonna go through bro's response after at the end of all of what she has to say. So allow one party to tell their side, then the other party, and then we'll go from there.
And so he was like, what is it that you want? And I said pretty much the same thing. I was like, I'm ready to get married, definitely want to have a family, and I want to marry my best friend. So we both put on the table that we wanted marriage. And this is the end of part 1. All right, who the fuck did I marry? Part 2.
I don't know, shorty. You gonna tell me?
So we both put on the table what it is that we wanted. We both had established we were dating for marriage. We were not dating just to date. We were not trying to be friends with benefits and none of that. So the dinner at Cheesecake Factory went really well. We laughed, we joked, we talked about people, which is kind of up my alley, my sense of humor. It was a good vibe. So at the end of the date, or excuse me, at the end of dinner, we sat in his car and he played this song for me by John Legend.
No disrespect to John Legend. That nigga a master. That nigga cold. But if any nigga is pulling you out John Legend records, is the first R&B type, run for the fucking hills. Run for the hills. There's bare niggas that make better songs than John Legend. Now, does John Legend deserve every bit of respect that you make all of me, love all of... It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Play Monica's Love All Over Me, and you'll smoke that song. Rico's Love Run From Me. I smoked that nigga 6 away from Sundays. You should have known that nigga was not right when he pulled a John Legend trick. I don't give a fuck how good that nigga is. No.
I don't know the name of the song. By the time this video posts, I will put the name at the bottom. I can't remember the song. I just remember that John Legend was talking about, I think I met my wife tonight. And I thought it was the song.
Give me the green light?
Oh my God. So anyway, we ended up sitting in the car
Also, ladies, don't fall for that shit. I might have heard this song today, and yeah, it might be about you, but I didn't know people before you. I might know somebody after you. Niggas just be liking songs. Now, if the nigga told her directly, yo, I heard this, and like, this kind of how I feel about you, that's one thing. But don't fucking fall for that trick neither. Make that nigga use his own words to say it. Don't fall for the trick of, oh, I got a song that says how I feel about you. Nigga, you tell me how you feel about me.
Talking just about life and experiences until about midnight. So during this conversation, he again is telling me how it was, what it was like living in California, how he went out there, he went to San Diego State, he played football for San Diego State.
And?
He talked about how, life, he loved it out there, so he stayed. That's when he joined the company. And then he explained that he also did arena football, but only did it for about 2 or 3 years. He claims that while he was doing arena football, the team that he was on won a championship. But again, keep in mind, I don't know anything about arena football. So I was like,
you don't need to. Fuck that shit.
I didn't know that they had championships. And he was like, he got a little offended, like, yeah, they got championships. And, he was on that team.
You play semi-pro football. Shut up.
So he talked to me about how he worked at Apple. He worked something in the IT area of Apple.
Also, I feel like why she's okay to name Apple and them other folks over the condiment company. Condiment company don't sound sexy. I used to fuck with a nigga that'll go to Apple Nigga, my shorty used to work at Apple. I don't give a fuck she was pushing mail. My girl's up, but she work at Apple Corp. Fuck you talking about. That's also why I feel like she says she's not name dropping. If I'm gonna sit through this shit, I'm gonna parse it how I parse it. Because, God damn it, if you gonna give me the tea is everything. Not just, I don't know, I'm not saying that one, but I say everybody fucking body else's name. Stop it.
But it within the store. Again, it was one of those, it's like when I tell people I used to work at Amazon. I really wasn't paying much attention to it. Why? So, we talked about all that. We talked deeply into what happened with the ex-wife. It's because I asked. He was not volunteering all this information. So in other words, I get very uncomfortable when men start talking about their ex a lot. That's not what happened. I was asking questions because I was really trying to figure out, okay, are you ready for a relationship, or are you still missing her? So we talked about that. We talked about my exes. That was a mistake I made because I talked about how I dated at one point in time somebody I worked with. That will come back later. And he seemed real cool about it. He was like, that was before me and blah, blah, blah. So the conversation was good. Midnight comes and I go
Cinderella.
home.
I gotta go home. Yep. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
We ended up talking. Mind you, our first date was March 7th.
Calm. That's
and
my brother's birthday.
Within about 2.5 weeks, Brian Kemp, our governor, shut Georgia down. We were going to be on lockdown.
Oh, did you niggas live together?
So during those 2.5 weeks, we talked every day. We went out again at Red Lobster. I don't even.
Hey, no, fuck that. Shorty be like, don't take me to no Cheesecake Factory. Take me to Red Lobster, baby. Ain't got that shrimp fondue and the sourdough bread. Or the pineapple pina colada shrimp, the coconut shrimp with the pineapple pina colada dippers. I'm easy, girl. Just take me some Red Lobster. I ain't even need to get a man. Fuck that lobster. Just get me some shrimps and some motherfucking shrimp fondue and the sourdough and we on.
I remember Red Lobster. But everything was going great. The issue was, where are we going to quarantine? So the question was, are we going to quarantine at his place, which he had like a studio type of situation. Like, it clearly, where he was staying, I was like, it's like a studio apartment, but he kept telling me, like, this is temporary because I'm looking for a house. Like, he showed me the email from a woman who worked at the company where she was out on maternity leave, but she was putting him in contact with a realtor to help him find a townhome or a single family house. So I was just like, okay, this is definitely temporary. Like, he's not trying to.
Shorty on maternity leave. Fuck she sending emails for. Fuck she care about this dickhead for. When she go on maternity leave, somebody's got her job to do, which would mean that he would be on somebody's list to do this. If this is an operatable business operating properly, you should have smelled cap on this lie and this email instantly. Nigga, she got a whole baby. Fuck she emailing your stupid homeless ass for? Nah, this can't be real. Nah.
Stay here long term.
Also, is Shorty going on a date right now? Because how she got her hair done up, it's like she going somewhere.
And she was apologizing in the email. I'm so sorry, this should have been taken care of before you got here, but it wasn't, da-da-da-da-da. I saw the email. I read it.
But Ness.
I read the email. So the decision was,
we're
going to quarantine at the studio, or are we going to quarantine in my house? First mistake I made. Well, there's a lot, but this was a mistake I made. So, ladies, caution moment. During one of our dates, because keep in mind, in those 2 weeks, we were seeing each other quite a bit. Nothing physical or anything like that. Just two people who I thought were really on some, all right,
You gonna move a whole person in your house in the next 2 weeks when the city shut down, and you ain't gonna test the product once? It's foolish decisions. Foolish decisions. You control access to sex. I'm not saying that you have to shag, bro, but if it's me and I'm a girl, and I'm about to move a nigga that got a studio into my house, I'm gonna move a nigga in my house with wet dick? Fuck that. I'm testing product at least once. Crazy.
Two people who I thought were really on some, all right, let's see if this is going to grow into something. He came to my house. When he came to my house, I had a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhome. He was in a studio. Now, I'm telling you guys all of this in order of how it happened. So some things I'm probably going to insert what I was thinking and the mistake I made. Can I turn this off? No. Okay, I still need that. And I say that to say that I did not realize inviting him to my home probably made his eyes go, oh shit, she's a keeper. She got this 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse, and I'm in like a little studio. Yeah, let me go ahead and pursue this. What I need to do to quarantine here. The decision was made, quarantine at my house. So the state went on lockdown. He came and stayed with me in my home, and for the most part, in the initial beginning, it was fine. It was fine. The reason why I hesitate is because I grew up in the church. So for me, it was really like an internal struggle.
Shut up, Hen. I grew up in the church, but I'm moving a nigga in my house. Such contradictory statements. Don't tell me that you love fucking grew up in the church, but you're about to move a nigga into your house. Or you moved a nigga into your house, and that's why you haven't. Shut up. These are the worst equivocations.
Of, bruh, you always said you would never live with a guy unless he was your husband. And now you living with a dude and he ain't your husband, like...
You was fucking niggas before they was your husband. Moving a nigga in your house is the least of the fucking sins you've committed. That one's not in the book. Shut up. This is not a good point.
It was a struggle for me because I knew better. And don't come for me. I'm just telling you the way I grew up. It was like that. It was not sitting right with me. But at the same time, I didn't want to quarantine by myself. I did not want to. So there we go. So he moved in. We talked about the bills. Let me clear something up that I said in the other video where I said he paid all the bills. He paid all the household bills. He did not pay my car payment, my cell phone, or my car insurance. He paid the rent because my rent at the time was less than $1,000. He paid the utility bills. And so when he's telling me that he's a regional manager, I was like, wow, okay, so you got money.
Dumbass, that's not what that means.
He paid all the household bills. So my check really was just taking care of me, myself, and I.
Okay.
And I am not, this is where it's not going to make me look good, but it's the truth. It was intoxicating to not have to worry financially about how to pay the bills. It was a wonderful feeling. And so I kind of pushed to the side the fact that, yeah, you shacking up, because it's like, but your paycheck, you don't have to worry right now. Like he's taking care of all of April's bills before April even comes, because this was still March. So we're living together, and I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, he's helping to cook and clean, and then we have a conversation about house. Is he still going to buy a house just for him, or is he going to buy a house where it's for us?
Okay.
Because we are going to try to make this thing work, be official, get married, have a family. So the question now on the table is, what are we going to do? Because I didn't want to stay in Riverdale, Georgia. I did not want to raise a family there. I refused to have a baby in Clayton County. So the decision was made. Let's start looking for a house for both of us. Remember, he was already looking for a house for him. But then he was like, you know what? We're together. I plan to marry you. Let's look for a family home for the two of us.
That nigga
He was like,
hard,
this is how
boy.
much I was approved for. That's when he showed me the Chase paperwork. It was a letter stating that and it had the Chase emblem at the top. He showed me a letter stating that he was approved for 700. All right.
Nah, I'm glad that's part 3. I can't take no more of this shit. I promise you. Shorty act like she ain't never met a nigga with Photoshop before. It's just stupid as fuck. Oh my God. This shit don't make no sense. She's like, it had the logo on there. Like, I can't go get a transparent one off of Google right now. She's never seen a high level, just shit ass nigga, just apparently. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can't wait to see what the boy gonna say. Because if this is what the lady side of it, what's the nigga side of it? This is hilarious. Oh, fuck. What else did I have to say about this? I can't even remember because that Chase paperwork shit just threw me the fuck off. Yeah, I don't know. I'll pick it up next time if I remember it. If not, we're just gonna call this one here. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I had the next one. I'll do some more. I'll do part 3 tomorrow. But I just want to get something out today, which this will probably drop after midnight because it's gonna take forever to upload. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description. And yeah, I'll see you. I'm at it. Peace.